Hey friends, it's Sami Cone from SamiCone.com and TommyNelson.com coming to you with my friend Chrys Howard. How are you, Chrys?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. It's so fun to be with you.
I love getting to spend time with you, and I'm super excited about the new book that you co-authored with your daughter, Corey Robertson. Let's just give a little look here. Duck Commander, happy, happy, happy stories for kids. How excited are you about this new book?
I'm so excited. For one thing, it's like the cutest book ever. The artist who did the artwork, I know you've thumbed through it.
It's
You can see
adorable.
it's just adorable. We love it.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that, I mean, it is super adorable. Beyond that, though, this is, I mean, you say it's fun and faith filled stories for kids. I personally like them as well. I find a lot of value in reading through them. And specifically, as we're about to transition through end of school into summer, can you talk a little bit about how a book like this could really help parents not just survive, but really thrive through the summer months?
Absolutely. And because here's what I think about summer. Summer to me is like New Year's all over again.
Yeah.
You can start something new, you can change something. Maybe your kids have gotten into a routine that you're not crazy about or something. That's when you can kind of be like new sheriff in town and it's
Mm-hmm.
time to start some new things. And I love the fact that you have a little bit extra time in the summertime. I know
Mm-hmm.
all you working moms out there, you're still going to work, but you don't have the homework and the after
Right.
school activities and those kind of things. So it's an awesome time to work on some new skills. And particularly, I am a big proponent of working on social skills with your
Mm.
children. You know, reading, writing, and arithmetic is one thing, but social skills and those character traits, those two
Mm.
things are something that moms and dads really need to invest in their kids. So what we've done in this book is we filled it with just fun, great stories of that the Robertson kids have gotten into over the years, and that was fun just to remember all those stories. But then at the end of every chapter, there's questions, so you can
Mm.
discuss and talk and have your kids talk back and communicate with you. Put the electronics down and have a real conversation. So it's a great thing to do in the summer is just to really communicate with your kids.
I love
And
that you said that. Yeah, I was going to show, you have this let's talk about it section. What does the Bible say? So you're always pointing everyone back to the truth, right? You're pointing these kids
right,
back to what does
right.
the Word of God say about those character traits or those,
Yeah,
you bring real life instances into this from the
yes.
kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews too.
That's right. And there, we in some of the questions, it's just some of the questions are just what did Miss Kay say to the
Hmm.
kids? So it's just getting them to listen closely to the story, and
Right.
then there'll be the little bit deeper question about what would this mean to you? And
Hmm.
one of the stories that I love was we'd gone skiing and we let Bella lead the way home, and she was about 9 at the time, and we got almost to the ski house and she took the wrong trail.
Mm.
And I just yelled at Corey and the rest of the kids, I'll follow Bella. You guys go the other direction. And sure enough, we just went over a hill and dropped off in not a great spot. So we had to take our skis off and walk our way out. And you can read the rest of the story. But the point is to children, be careful who you follow. And
Mm.
if you're the leader, be careful where you're leading. So there's a lot of discussion about, and you can talk to them about, this past year in school, did you feel like you were a leader or were you a follower?
Mm.
Both are good positions. What were you? You can think of the questions that would help your children think through,
Yeah, I love that you say, it's a new year in and of itself, right? It's a time to
Yeah.
be reflective, to think about who you've been, who you want to be moving into the new school year, perhaps. And you also talk about how important it is to still have some structure over the summer, to still be organized, even though there's a new freedom. Can you just speak to that a little bit for parents?
I really truly believe kids thrive on
Mm-hmm.
consistency, and consistency never means that you have to be boring. Consistency just means you kind of stick to a plan because kids do better. They function better with that. But that still doesn't mean you sleep in, you do all those fun things.
Right.
But those things that are most important, being consistent with our value system and our
Mm.
manners and our yes ma'am and no ma'am and those kind of things, when kids know what's expected out of them, they do better.
Mm.
Just like us adults, we do better when we have some rules to follow. And sometimes I run a summer camp, and one summer I decided to put this to the test, and I said, okay, we're going to play basketball tonight with no rules, absolutely no rules. It was the most chaotic, crazy night. And then we all sat down and talked about now, do we have
Interesting.
an understanding
Yeah.
of why rules are important? Because it brings some structure and brings some sanity to your life. So even through the summer, which is such a great time to just be able to relax and do fun things, it's still great to bring some structure to, especially if you've got those little bitties, those little toddlers, where you know, 10 o'clock is Bible story time. 11 o'clock is, and then we get a little routine. We learn how to follow routine. We learn to listen to mom. Again, that's preparation for school.
Right.
So when school does happen, we're ready to roll.
Chrys, I love how you always bring such good truth, such good wisdom for all the generations, truly. Like I said, I learned something from reading this. I hope our readers and our viewers will as well. Again, The Duck Commander, Happy, Happy, Happy Stories for Kids by Chrys Howard and Corey Robertson. You can get that from TommyNelson.com or wherever books are sold. Chrys, thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too.